Hello.
Is that Zoe Lyons?
It is Zoe Lyons. Hello.
The Zoe Lyons.
The very only one in this house.
Fantastic. This is Andy Clarke from 7FM. Thank you very much for taking our call today.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure. Thanks for calling.
Brilliant. I can't believe I'm talking to you. This is fantastic. So you're currently doing a tour, aren't you?
Yeah, starting a couple of weeks.
Yes, and you're going to be at the Roses Theatre in Tewkesbury on the 20th of February. That's just up the road from us.
Oh, great.
So what's the tour all about then? Is there a theme to it? Or?
Well, we kind of put a very loose theme on our shows, us comedians. Just so it gives us something to talk about when we speak to radio people. Otherwise, we'd just be going, well, it's just a bag of jokes, really.
Well, it says on here that it's a mixture of silliness, satire, and caustic one-liners, and you're known for your caustic. What do they mean caustic when they say that?
Slightly acerbic. Maybe a slightly harder edge to them.
Oh, I see.
Depends what time of the day it is and how much coffee I've had.
Ah, right, okay. So it says
I'm
here...
I'm less caustic at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. What time did you get up today?
8.
Oh, that's okay. We'll let you off then.
That's pretty good for a comedian.
Well, yeah. It
is.
Absolutely. It says here that you graduated from the University in York in 1992 with a degree in psychology. Is that that's got to help you, hasn't it, with understanding what makes people tick and makes them laugh?
It might have been a help if I'd actually paid attention in the lectures.
Are you a doctor then now?
No.
Sorry.
Some would say I need a doctor.
But seriously, did that help you though, do you think, or not?
I think I don't think the undergraduate degree helped. I think just having a sort of natural interest in other people, and I love watching people behave and interact with each other. So it's I think that helps, that just sort of natural curiosity.
So you don't do any of that to tell me about your childhood stuff now then? That's all in the past, is it?
That's all in the past.
So just out of interest, why I've got a flying lesson later. I've got a phobia of flying. What can I do about that?
Oh my gosh, why are you doing that? Well, you do it. I mean, it doesn't take a psychologist to say don't do that.
I feel so much better now.
Is the cabin going to be full of spiders and snakes as well? Just take all your phobias down at once.
Oh, you're really helping, I got to be honest.
Who suggested you do that?
It's one of them control things. I'm a bit of a control freak, and I decided I'm going to get over it, and I'm just going to have a go. I think
good for you, though. No, that is brave/stupid.
Yeah, I might let you know how I get on with that one. Well, if I'm still about, of course, as well. So they're going to clear all the aircraft around for me at 3 o'clock in Gloucester.
Are you actually going to take the controls?
Not sure about that one.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I might do. So, going back to you again, because that's why we've rang you, I suppose. Caro, who's one of the co-hosts on this show we do in Gloucester in the morning, she's got something to ask you, actually.
Yeah, I have, actually, because Zoe, hello, and good morning, and welcome to the 7 Morning Breakfast. Morning. I've seen you loads on TV on Mock the Week. I think you hold yourself in your own, I should say, very well on that programme, can I say? Because often the only
it's the caustic love.
It is, it's the caustic love. But I was reading one of your tweets earlier on, and I noticed, this is about your music taste, I noticed that you were willing to trade lower ranking members of your family for a ticket to Kraftwerk.
Yes.
And I was, Kraftwerk was one of those I came aware of them in the 70s, I suppose, and because I had older brothers, and I was wondering, are you a big fan?
Oh, I love them. I mean, I grew up I was born in 71, so about 81 I was becoming aware of music and stuff. And, I just love Kraftwerk. Just love them. I just love the whole outfit.
Yeah, and
I'm stood here now in a red shirt and black tie.
Have you got a synthesizer with you as well?
I've got a synthesizer and a side parting.
Oh, fantastic! I can just imagine you.
You could be in Sparks
and
as well.
And a stern yet approachable grin.
Indeed. Yeah, I was wondering what your musical tastes are now. Then.
Well, it's sort of developed from there. I really like a bit of Swedish electro pop.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
But I did download something the other day. I like things a little bit experimental. Oh, so I downloaded something the other day, and it was just way too out there for me. The first track was just a tap dripping.
Oh.
It was a what?
It was a tap dripping for about 3.5 minutes. I was like, this is a bit too out there
Weird.
even for me.
Like something a bit more subtle than that.
It's hard to dance to a tap dripping.
It is.
I used to do it on a Saturday, but I've tried to give it up. It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I gave it a go.
Yeah. Well, we've all got to do that, haven't we?
Yeah.
It'd be rude not to.
It would be. We've been having Adamant as our artist of the week on the morning show this morning.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
Yeah, he's got a new album out. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it, but I loved Adamant when I was a kid. He was fantastic, and they've been rerunning a lot of his old videos on telly because he's got this new album coming out, and you just watch it and go, brilliant showman.
He was, wasn't he?
Just great fun.
We've all got our face paint on this morning.
Yeah.
We've used Caro's lipstick, and it really looked great.
Standing and delivering, brilliant.
Standing and delivering, and he was gorgeous, though. Sorry, shouldn't say that, should I? But he was
absolutely beautiful. He's not looking too bad these days.
He's pretty good.
He's got himself together, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for him as well.
So going back to you then, Zoe. I mean, you're on so many shows now. Mock the Week, Michael McIntyre's Comedy Road show, Paul O'Grady show, Right Stuff, Dave's One Night Stand. The list goes on. Do you prefer stand-up and making people laugh? When they're listening to you and just you, or do you like the panel shows as well? Which do you prefer?
Well, I've got to be honest, you do get a far better standard of sandwich when you do the panel shows.
Prawns?
You can get any filling, and that's when you really know you've made it.
You've made it. You've hit
yeah,
it.
You go, take the prawn away, I want a chicken mayo. And they do, and you're like, wow, I love panel shows.
Do you have tantrums and things like that or not?
I've got demands. I've got, bowls of M&Ms.
Oh, fantastic. Blue ones.
In the room.
Yeah.
I love doing the stand-up. I love the sort of feeling of being in front of a live audience and getting that immediate reaction. If that immediate reaction is good, obviously. If the immediate reaction is bad, then it's much better to be on telly, and then you have no idea what's going on.
Do you enjoy the panel shows? You can tell that you do enjoy it, though, and the interaction with the other guests as well.
Yeah, that's because I does acting.
Oh, you does acting, innit? You does acting, look.
Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they do veer into that ridiculous realm of just over-competitiveness. And that's when you've just got to gurn through it.
Yeah.
It's very much like that on this show, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, you got to elbow your way in.
I let the others speak sometimes, but it's not a lot.
We have to fight for it, Zoe. We have to fight for it.
You got to respect
it. I just keep reminding myself of the sandwiches and everything's fine.
So this is probably a question you're asked all the time. When did you first realise you were funny? Was it school, college, university, home? What?
It was at school when I was at primary school, but it wasn't in class.
Oh.
I used to. It sounds so stupid when I say it now, but I used to hang out at the school gate to make the adults laugh.
Oh, fantastic!
Before school, but in class I was really dull and boring.
Oh,
and I certainly wasn't a class clown.
Oh, right.
But I knew I could make people laugh.
Oh, blimey. And that just carried on from there. And then when did you first realise you were onto something and you could actually make this your living?
Well, it took me a while to do my first stand-up gig. I was 29 before I did my first one. That's 10 years ago. And I think there was so much build-up before doing that first tryout for me that when I did it, I was so relieved.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it so much. I thought, I'm going to make this work. And it was literally from that moment onwards.
Ah, fantastic.
I just went, this is it. I'm going to try and do something with this.
And you had that first call saying they want you. I'm listening to David Mitchell's audiobook, Backstory, and it's going through how he, when he realised he was funny and the feeling you got. You must have had the same thing when you got that first phone call saying you've got your own gig.
Yeah.
It must have felt fantastic as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's a wonderful feeling. The thing with stand-up, though, is that you're really only ever as good as your last gig. So we're up and down like yo-yos. We're very neurotic, needy people.
Blimey, that's good. That's good. What do you think of these shows like Britain's Got Talent and X Factor and all that sort of stuff, where they try people out in front of other people and ridicule them?
Oh God, I can't watch them.
They make you cringe, or you just don't like them, or you hate them?
I just don't like them. I don't like the way it takes an hour and a half to announce who's won. The tension kills me.
Yeah.
The winner is, and then you can go away, wash the car, fill the kettle, groom the cat, make the dinner, think about next week's dinner, come back, and they're still deciding. And I'm like, stop manipulating me.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I know we've had similar things within the sort of comedy world as well. I think it maybe gives people the false idea that you can literally become a star overnight, and this does happen with the music industry, I guess, now because of the X Factor.
Yeah.
The thing with being a comedian is it takes time.
With all the rehearsals and stuff.
Period.
Yeah. And I suppose I'm interested in how long it took for you to sort of get that. Well, I was looking at the awards, and you were nominated for Best Solo Show. Was it in Edinburgh in 2007? Was that
Best Newcomer?
Best Newcomer at the Funny Women Awards, and then the Mangled Mantra of the Messed Up Modern Mind, that 2008 tour that you did as well. So how long was it before you were sort of nominated for awards?
Well, those awards were sort of aimed at people who hadn't been going for so long. So that was sort of in the first 4 years.
Wow.
But, I've been doing it 10 years now, and I genuinely only feel I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm sure a lot of my audience members will agree with that.
No.
No way.
Good.
She's only just getting the hang of it now.
I'll be sat there when I watch you on telly. I'll be saying, "Yeah, she's just about getting the hang of that now, I think." And I spoke to her earlier. I mean, finally, if you weren't entertaining and making people laugh, what do you think you'd be doing?
Oh, I've thought about this many times, and there's just this. Well, if Kraftwerk were taking on a fifth member,
you can do some music.
That would definitely be me. That would be me. I can't play a musical instrument. But I would I can do the stern face, and I do look good in red.
There's always the tap.
That would be it.
Can you do the German accent?
I can try and do the German accent.
Welsh, not Welsh.
I can say Autobahn. Autobahn.
Ja. Autobahn. Fantastikum. Ja.
Ja, bitte.
I tell you what, this is fantastic talking to you this morning. I really appreciate taking the time out of your busy schedule today.
It's a pleasure.
So good luck with the tour anyway. We're going to come along and watch you.
Definitely. I hope so. Please come and say hello.
We will do, definitely. We'll definitely do that. Fantastic. Thank you very much anyway, Zoe.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Speak
Have
to
a
you
great
soon.
day.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Wasn't she nice?
She's lovely.
Wasn't she absolutely brilliant?
Let's go and see her.
That's cool.
We've got to go and see her.
We definitely have to go and see her. That was brilliant. And she's funny. I suppose comedians are, though, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
Kind of the job description.
That's a general idea.
I tell you what, we're going to take a very quick ad break now and gloat on how good that felt, because that was really good on 7FM.
You're listening to the 7 Ball Breakfast Show with your host, Andy Clarke, and his hangers-on, Evil Barry Kirby and Lady Caro of Kingsnorth.
7FM.